the bisexual problems of life. And it dawned on me that the solution would be a throuple. Every no, okay, would be a triple. Let's stay there, because that way the girl would be with the boy. No, maybe because then if the guy is also bisexual, then that would mean no. Let's stick with the main point. Okay, the girl would be not straight because she's dating a woman also, and not a lesbian because she's also dating a man. So that way the people would have to call her bisexual because she's dating both. I was having dinner with my dad and I just started zoning out, and I was just like this. Like I was talking to him like I'm talking to you right now. I was talking to him and engaging, but I was not completely there, and he was like, "What are you thinking about? What's bothering you so much?" And I was like, and I just said something random because I like, how would I say, "Oh, I'm zoning out. I'm not thinking about anything in specific. I'm just not here." So patient that I prefer to walk 20 minutes to 30 minutes on foot than wait those 20 minutes for the bus. My Yeggies, look at them. They look so pretty. It would be like to meet someone that I like the work of, and I was like thinking I would say like obviously like I love your music, blah blah blah. And then I was like, I found myself because I was imagining like full rent, obviously, because I would be, you know. And then what came out was like, I can't believe you're 27. Like, why would you say that? Because what was the purpose of saying that? That's low-key so disrespectful. Personal grudge against chihuahuas, because how come a 5 centimeter dog is barking, biting, and doing all the shit to my dog, who's triple his size? Mind you, he was biting my dog's ankles, and my dog was staring at him like, just staring. I was like, you're so lucky that my dog is the most passive a dog could be. Because if he was a little crazy, if he was me, you would have a mouth around your rib cage. This is not unjustified rage. This dog is everywhere. And his owner is like 70 years old. So he's like calling for his dog 50 miles away. Of course, the dog doesn't give a shit about the old guy calling him. So he's just a menace all the time. And cute. I washed them because one of them broke, and then I only noticed now, but like I bought them a week ago, so it was all full of mold and stuff like that around them. So I washed them and I put them to dry by the sun, and now I'm putting them back, and they look so cute. I feel so proud, as if I have laid them myself. I was here thinking the way I'd fumble a chance to talk to anyone I admire, because like I avoid acquaintances on the street, people I know, because I don't want, you know. Now imagine someone that I actually value the presence and the existence of. And this is not an isolated case. All the chihuahuas and shih tzus and like small dogs I've ever met are insufferable. Someone's been telling me how much I don't care about things in general, and how I just like flow through life successfully, but like just going. And like it's true, but it doesn't mean I don't care. I care. It just happens, or I let it happen. I don't know. I just about me is that I'm a very visually driven person. Like I'm very into aesthetics and aesthetical, like I like visual satisfaction. Not in a kinky way, okay? I just like to look at people's outfits and see something pleasing, soothing. You know, even if it's loud, like I don't know, scene or like goth, like loud aesthetics, if it has cohesion to it, like if it makes sense, it's pleasing to me. Now, if I look at a girl who has a large upper body and narrow hips, and she's wearing a tight top and a tight skirt, which makes her look huge, makes her look like an inverted triangle, I'm like, no, no, don't do that to yourself. Like, okay, keep the top fitted, but make sure the bottom is loose so that it looks more or less equal and not so in your face, you know? Like those little details, like I pay attention to that. Or when there's patterns who are like screaming at each other, like you're wearing polka dot tights and then I don't know, checkered skirt and then a plaid shirt. What are you doing with your life? Or someone that is wearing like neon boots and then a blue shorts and yellow like hair accessories. They go after fights. They get out of their little hellhole that they call home and they go chasing for fights for no reason. This has gotta be one of those breeds that were like modified or bred to be that size, some shit like that, because God help me. I wanted to go to the swing, but like the swing is for kids up to like 10 years. But since usually there's no one there, I was like, I'm gonna swing a little and then go to my therapist appointment. There's a old dude sitting in front of the swing, and I thought, that man is going to cuss me out, because usually old people like to police. So I was like, I'm not going. My heart is hurting. I hate when people talk about my dog. Like, is he healthy? Is he okay? He's old, isn't it? Is everything okay? Like, I'm sorry, my dog's a little weird, okay? But he's healthy. Stop talking about him like he's on that store. Like, that, don't jinx it. Don't do that. Ad comes on and it's about a vacuum that also mops and dries the floor at the same time. And I was like, that doesn't seem safe, that doesn't seem efficient, and that sounds disgusting. Because what do you mean? It's sucking up spilt milk and cereal into its system, and then it keeps going until the thing is full. Like, I don't know, it sounds disgusting to me. I was just watching, I was like, cottage cheese with fruit. Look. Yeah. This is so fun. But like, I was seriously disturbed. I don't like cheese. I only like it's not like I don't like cheese at all, but like if it's, I'm very picky with my cheese. I only eat brie and like melted cheese and stuff. Like if it's melted, okay. Other things I don't. So I was like, I can't believe you're ruining fruit with cheese. Yes. Actress level 10. It wasn't an act. I was seriously sad. Today my bus driver had a huge Pink Floyd tattoo on the forearm. And I mean huge. It was like the whole forearm. And I was thinking, oh, it could have done like a cutesy fine art, something dainty. And he chose a huge ass. Like Pink Floyd. Like chunky full leg letters. And I was like, oh wow, okay. Interview, and like the interviewee doesn't know the language the interviewer speaks, so there's like a translator, right? But the translator is translating both people, so it's like the interviewer speaks and the translator also speaks, and then there's like the crowd cheering behind, and then the interviewee speaks and then the translator also speaks and the crowd also cheering behind. I'm like, if it were me, I think I would be going crazy, because I would have been like, where do I focus now? Like, because like it's so much going on. And how do you think of a response while everything, like, you're hearing the interviewer speak, but at the same time the translator is also speaking. So like you're looking at one person like mouth move, and then you have something else on your ear, and then behind you have cheering noises like help, help, help. I don't know who and why I'm asking for help, because I was the one who chose struggle over waiting. But why is this hill so damn high? Having an immense urge to just delete my Instagram. I deleted TikTok, by the way, because I was spending 11 hours on my phone. I was like, girl, no. So I deleted TikTok, and now instead of spending that time on TikTok, I spend it on Google Chrome, doing whatever the fuck. Yeah, and huge urge to delete Instagram, because I can't. I look at stuff. No, coming clean, okay. I look at DM requests that I sent like 1 or 2 years ago, and I'm like, why did I do that, and why can't I delete them? Why can't I delete them? Why Instagram? I just want to delete the entire existence. Also, people, man, I want people to stop following me. But I don't want to kick them out of my followers, because it's like people that it's either family or people that I deal with on the daily. So maybe I should just delete Instagram. Why not? Who's going to tell me that I can't? And start anew, and start all over. And I was not ghosting, but I was like avoiding rescheduling. And like I've been thinking about it. Not always, but like sometimes it pops in my head, you know? I was like, I'll leave that for later. And the later came to my doorstep. I'm kidding. Like, it's just my therapist sent me a text like, hey, when do you want to reschedule? And I'm like, I guess the world is calling me then. Like, I guess that's what it is. Here on my couch, I refuse to go out right now because it's still too early. But I'm stressing about not getting out of the couch because potentially I could be late. Does this make sense? It does not make sense. Like, girl, pick a side, but I don't. So I just slowly drive myself insane because, like, my body is still, but my brain is like, oh, you're going to be late. This is going to happen. That is going to happen. You have to do this. You have to do that. And then I just leave last minute and still make it there, either on time, precisely, or slightly late. And then I'm like, see, I told you. Into the universe, I want a dragon. A fairy core, very colorful, cutesy dragon. Like I've seen, or a wolf, a white wolf. It doesn't have to be white, it has to be a wolf though. And I don't want a cutesy wolf. I want a pretty wolf, but like realistic. Or a fairy, like I want a statue, you know, that fits whatever is going on there. I almost bought one. There were dragons and wolves and fairies, but the fairies were too expensive, and I didn't get to ask the price of the wolves because I was with my dad and his girlfriend, and they were very, like, they weren't stopping at just anything. I wish I was like you. I wish I could not care. And I'm like, I know that tone. You're saying that to look like a compliment, but it's not a compliment. You think you're so cool. You're stupid. And it's embarrassing. You look like you're a 6 trying to do cartwheels so the girls will like you. Stop. You're going to be in an accident. For what? For what? I'm going to the beach. My hair is kind of stiff. Mama, that's how I am. I can't. I tried. I swear I tried. I will try again next year because I didn't like the experience. Like, it's not that I didn't like the experience. Like, you know how I thought about the experience from my past videos. But, like, I wish I had more vacation time, and that's the only part I didn't like because I didn't have as much vacation time as I wanted because I was studying. It's just a person. Say hi. But you know, I'm as sweaty as a booty hole. And then I was like, buttholes don't sweat. Is that a good analogy? I don't know. Like, if I were to choose, probably I'm as sweaty as an underbreast or or as a cleavage. That would make way more sense. But the first thing I thought was, I'm as sweaty as a booty hole. Things work without much stress on my part, so I've always been used to just flowing, and people look at it and they criticize it because they're like majority of people grind to get to the results, and like I don't know how. I can't. I told you how much I don't like crossing the road. Yeah, I don't like crossing the road. And by the way, those are pimple patches, and they're all greasy because I put sunscreen on top of them. Today I dreamt that my sister got abducted by aliens and that it was my fault because I had told her to go play in the park while I was in a date. And like, I always thought that people who got mad over dreams, like of their partners cheating on them, was a little stupid. But when I tell you that I woke up from that dream and that I hugged my sister for a good 10 minutes and I told her, I can't believe I left you alone. Next time I go on a date, you're coming with me and you're staying there, even if you have to watch things you don't want to watch. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Promise you'll never disappear. I love you so much. Like I was talking to her like. And then I realized that maybe I'm one of those people.